Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Today is my first day that I am trying the live video on YouTube. I've been doing videos and uploading them, but I have never done a live on YouTube. So today I just want to try to do a live on YouTube and see how it's gonna be than doing and sharing all the time. So I greet everybody that is online. I say welcome. You are on Third Thesis Inspirational Corner on YouTube. We also I do videos also on Facebook. The Facebook page is also Third Thesis Inspirational Corner, and you can also check in and watch a few videos from us, and so you learn something. Like always, there is no boring moments without this. So I say, please, as you come in, you help us and do a subscription on this channel. Um, we need each other to grow. Okay, we need each other to make the world a better place. We need each other to stay strong together. We need each other to always do everything. So if you come in, you help us to share. Why not? And you subscribe. So we've been talking on this series about the challenges of single motherhood. We had a long video on Facebook, about 3 hours concerning this topic, but I'm still taking it step by step on YouTube as a series. And yeah, we talk about the challenges that single mothers go through every day. Life is not easy for all of us as parents, not only single mothers, even for those that are living together as parents, man and wife. It is also not easy for them. But so we um, try to um, exchange ideas, talk about these challenges, to learn from one another, and to get little tips that will help us all as parents. Okay, so in the subsequent episodes, we've been talking about being a single mother after you divorce, or you got pregnant for somebody who left you with a child, or you had a husband who died, and whether you are a widow, you are a single mother, or you're divorced, you are a single mother, or you got pregnant for someone and you decided to keep your child, because it's all the time men will always tell you, I'm not ready for a child. You can as well just flush it out, like they call it, flush it out, like you were flushing the toilet. But we as mothers, we as parents, mothers precisely, sometimes you say, no, I am the one carrying this child. I'm the one going through the pains of motherhood, and I won't have to abort my child, so I'm going to keep it. So when you keep this child and you bring the child to the world and you are taking care of the child alone, you begin to face these challenges. You are out of school, you don't have a job, you have to take care of the child alone. There is no father to some of them, they go away, they don't even care to call. They don't bother. Like, they know if mother is fine, my child is fine. So they don't bother themselves about it. They just go their own and go away. But then you, like a single mother, you are the one that you know that, okay, whether it was a mistake that you did or it was something that you actually wanted to do. The thing is that I always say, whatever you cannot take control of, you accept it and you live with it. If you know you can take control of it, fine. If you cannot, then you live with it. So, what is important is, now that the baby is there, how do I organize my life? What do I have to do with myself? What are those things that I had wanted to do? Having a child does not stop you from being what you want to be in life. It was just a pause. Okay? The time that you take off to take care of the child was only a pause in your life. That time when you say, okay, now is the time for me to take care of my child, then later you have the time to also do other things. When you have a child, it does not mean that your life is finished. You just take a pause, some time to take care of the child, and then you pick up your life back and you want to do those things that you did not do while you paused to take care of that child. Like you want to go back to school, you want to, learn something, learn a profession, or just build your life back, because you wouldn't want it to be like a stigma on you that this is what traumatizes some mothers. Like a young child, you get pregnant, you have a child, you abstain from doing those things that your mates are doing. You don't go to school, you don't go clubbing, you don't go hanging out. There are so many things that you don't do. So you get traumatized staying at home and taking care of a child. Now, what do you do after that? I used to say being a single mother is not a curse, while some people look at it like a curse. Because if you had to actually go and abort this baby, that will also be a big sin in the eyes of God. Now you sit down to say you should have a child. But the mentality of some people, they say, no, this one got the child out of school. She got the child without marriage. She got a child with this. It is not a curse for me at all, because having a child is a blessing and not a curse. Some women, they have aborted pregnancies while they were young, and while they are old, or while they were married, like they think, those babies could not come anymore. So why don't you have the child instead of going to abort it? But with the mentality that some people are having, that if you have a child out of wedlock, you're actually not meant for the marriage market, or people will be looking at you like you become a second hand, or you don't have a say no longer in the society. It is the way you yourself you do it. It is the way you think that because you have a child, your life is finished. It is the way you think that because you are not married, you don't have a say in anything that concerns the society, or because you don't have a say in any. No, 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 no. It does not make you any lesser a woman. It doesn't make you any lesser a woman. Because you have a child does not mean your life is finished. Your life is finished. You become frustrated when you get this child and you just you fold your hands and you sit down. Like, okay, it is over. Now I am out of school. Now I have a child. I cannot do anything again. No, no, no. You can actually wake up and do something with yourself. Having a child does not mean that your life is over. It's not over. This one I am saying to our young girls. I just want to motivate somebody to. I just want to wake you up that you know that even though you have a child out of wedlock, or having a child while in school, does not mean you cannot go back to school. You decide yourself what to do with yourself. If you say because you have a child your life is finished, then good. It is finished. But if you say no, I have to wake up and do something with myself, then fine. Then you could do it. So when you have a child, it is but left for you to say no. This pause that I took to take care of this child, now I have to wake up and pick my broken pieces back and do something with my life. You go back to school and do those things that you did not do while you were taking care of the child. Build yourself back. Be a professional in something. Do that course that you did not do. Go to that school that you did not go. You can actually combine things together. You can do things and take care of a child. There is no problem. So, in order to just show people that having a child out of marriage, or having a child while you are young or out of school, is not a problem. And because we think that it is a crime when you get pregnant as a young girl, you have to go and you don't have to get a baby out of wedlock. This is why so many abortions are taking place every day. Innocent children are being killed every day because we have this mentality that having a child out of wedlock is a problem. But there are still some very good men out there who will take you for who you are, who will take you with your child or with your children. Some even prefer you because they know that you actually have had the experience of having a children or child. Some will prefer you, but others will look at it as a taboo. So why don't you as a person sit down and you say, no, this is my decision and I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to actually bring this child to this world and take care of it instead of doing abortion. Now, the thing is, when you decide that you want to have a child, okay, you have a child out of wedlock. Now, what are those things that you're not supposed to do as a single mother? There are a lot of things you're not supposed to do. The kind of man you bring home, you have to watch him. The kind of men you hang out with, who comes to your home, you have to be watchful, because these days you don't have to trust anybody. Boyfriends of mothers are beginning to sleep with children of mothers these days. You keep your child with a neighbor, you want to go and buy something before you come back, somebody has gotten them pregnant, or something like that, or somebody had gotten them raped up. A lot of things are happening. So when you are a single mother, there are actually a lot of things that you have to do. You work double. You work double because you're doing father and you're doing mother. And so when you're doing father and doing mother, it becomes very, very much difficult to tackle these two roles of mother and father. And so you have to be very careful and very watchful what you do, the kind of man you bring home. Like I said in the subsequent series or videos that I made, I said the way a man will come to your house and treat your children will be the way you show him in the first day that he will come to your house. If you do not let them know that this is the road you have to take, he will come there and do whatever thing that he wants to do. You have to tell him, this is how I'm bringing my children up. You don't mean any disrespect, though. You don't want to disrespect him. You're just wanting him to know that this is the way you are bringing up your kids, and you will want him to respect that. Most of the times we lose it because when you go and bring this new man in the house, you just want him you want to pamper him like a woman. You found love. You want somebody to love you. You want somebody to be there for you. We think of our own selves more than the children. We think of us more. So that is the reason why when they come, if you don't tell them, this is what you have to do, this is what you don't have to do with my kids, they will climb on top of your head and sit down. Okay? They will climb on top of your head and sit down. So you have to tell them, this is what we do here, this is what we don't do here. And then coming in the side of love, or whatever people call it, love making, totori as I call it on my Facebook page. Totori. If you are at home with a man that is not your children's father, or even if he was your children's father, the way you people, some of the women, sometimes they forget themselves and they forget that they are at home with children. When they love, they lose their mind. When they love, they forget that you, as a parent, as a mother, you are the first picture in the eyes of your children. You are the first picture that your children see every day. You are the one they learn from. You are the one that, every first thing in their life that they will do is what they have learned from you. So everything, we as parents, sometimes we do things, they are children, they don't know anything, they don't, no. They know a lot and they see more than you think. They see whatever thing you do, they hear whatever thing you say, they copy from whatever thing you're doing, they see a lot. So when you, like a single mother, now you have a man in the house, sometimes some of us will become too stingy with these men and our children. We love the men, so we force the children to love the men. Whether they want it or not, we don't care. Especially when you separated with a man with wahala. When you separate with trouble, then you now carry the anger from the man and you put it on the children, which is not right. And so when we are in love with a new man in our lives, we carry him home. We tend to ignore our children because they say love is blind, Abby. So when you fall in love now, you don't even think of whether you have kids at home or whether they are seeing what you're doing or whatever. When it comes to the aspects of sex, okay, love making. Now, some of the mothers, you lose it completely. You lose it completely in the fact that you forget that you're at home with children. You people will be You'll be kissing, you'll be touching, you'll be, you know, making it even when the kids are just at arm's length. You don't care because it is not you are in love, and whatever you do does not matter. Only you matter at that moment. Whatever is going on is not your trouble. But you don't know you will sit down with children. A man will be touching you everywhere, like all over you, like touching your ass or caressing you on the breast or whatever thing. You guys are just there, just in your own world, not knowing that kids are around. I am telling you, if you are a single mother and you are like this, you had better start changing it today. We have seen videos circulating on social media with women that they are actually being made love to or having sex or whatever thing, and their kids are there standing, watching them, looking at them. What do you think that you are cultivating? And when the time comes to reap tomorrow, you will curse, you will insult, you will do you place all kind of curses on top of your child, forgetting that you are actually the architect of everything that child is today. Okay? Forgetting that you are actually the architect of what that child is today. Forgetting that you did those things in front of the child. They saw them. The children see than what we think. They know than what we know. With the Android generation today, the kids actually know a lot more than we think. When you have a man in the house, what you have to just do is to just, I know, or maybe I am telling you that you should know that as a parent, your children are all you have got. All what you are working for, all the school you are going to, all the degrees you have, every other thing, you are doing it for your children. There are actually people who have decided that they will not have children in their lives because they know that they will not be able to take care of them. Maybe they themselves they went through a difficult childhood, so they will not want to put their children through that. So they just say, okay, I have my life to live. I'm not going to have children. Fine. If you discover that you are actually somebody who cannot take care of children, if you decide that you're not having them, there's no problem about that. But the fact that you bring them into this world, it is your responsibility. Whether a man, a single father, or a single mother, it is your duty to take care of those children. So if you are divorced, or you are a single mom, or you're a widow and you have children in the house, you should always know that a man, a good man, will come into your life and take care of you and your children. Okay? And accept the kids as his own. But I tell you one thing, a man that gave birth to those children is the best person that will have the same feelings with them. A man that did not give birth to those children, no matter how best he will take care of those kids, he will never, like never, okay, never be their father. He will never be their father. So there are actually some things, that feeling from a man, it is there are very few of them that will say, oh, let me not do this thing, the children are here. Let me not caress this woman now, or touch her breast, or give her a kiss, or even, in short, there are very funny things some women do in front of children. There are very few men that will say, no, let us not do this. The kids are here and they are watching. The way you give your body to a man, especially a man that it is not his children, that is the way he will collect you. The way you give your body to him, that is the way he will collect. And if you foolishly give to him, he will collect you foolishly. If you tell him this is how it works in this house, you cannot touch me when my kids are there. You cannot kiss me in front of my children. You cannot caress me in front of my children. And until I finish every day what I have to do with my kids, I make sure they are all fine. I make sure they are all in bed. I make sure that everywhere is cleaned up and clear. We are not going to have to do anything. We won't do anything. But we have some of them. They don't care. You don't care because all what you think is your own self. Your man, I love him. You pamper him. You pamper the men more than even your children. You pamper them more than your children. You make them eat well. Instead of asking the children what they want to eat every day, you ask the man what he wants to eat because he is your priority. He is the one that you love. The children, they can eat whatever. Whatever you give to them is what they will eat. But remember, whatever you are planting in your kids, they say children are waka stick for old age. Whatever you plant in them is what they will give back to you during your old age. So remember that all the time. And know that if you are a single mother, those kids are all what you have got. You don't have anything. You stay at home, you are with children, and you I don't know what should I say? There are times when actually do something or like love making or having sex when the children are not in the house, okay? Or like adults, okay? You should know when to do these things. It is very, 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 if you don't have that feeling like a mother to know that now is not the right time, because you should have the feelings more. I am telling you, men, if you give it to him anytime, even in the kitchen, at lunch, anytime, when your kids are sitting down there, he will take. He will take. He will just, he will have the sex with you right in front of the children. He will not say no. Because you are the one that are foolishing yourself anytime in front of your children. We have also this group that they smoke, they drink, they party. You know, you are in the house with your children, but everywhere smells smoke. Children get sick. Why don't you take your stick of cigarette and go out of the on the balcony and smoke it? If you don't have a balcony, go outside. Or just have a specific room in your house where you smoke. It must not be where the children will sit with you. These are little things that we do as parents, and sometimes we don't know that our kids are seeing them from us. If you respect your kids, your children will respect you. That is why sometimes at a certain age, children grow wild. They grow wild in some homes because of the things that they have seen. Some women will cry, oh, please, oh, government have taken my children, and this one and that one, things have gone wrong. You yourself, most of the times, these women I'm talking about, you will not accept that you're doing anything wrong. But you don't know what your child is telling these people in the school, their teachers or headmasters when they go to school. You don't know. They explain to them. They look in their faces and they see that this child is not happy. They start asking, what is wrong? What is happening in your house? And them, being children, they innocently will open their mouth and start speaking. And start speaking. And so, when it is not okay, they'll come into your home. They say, Madam, we are collecting your child. Oh, your child is going today. Most of the times, we as parents, as single mothers especially, we don't see anything wrong in our behaviors because we always think we are right. Because we brought these children to this world, so we have the right to do anything we want to do with them. But it is not okay. The kids, they see a lot. Sometimes if you look at their little faces, they want to talk, or they cannot talk because they are afraid. And so when they go to school there, where they will encourage them, talk, say anything you want to say. Don't be afraid. Nobody will beat you. Nobody will tell you anything. Does your mommy beat you in the house? Did she say anything? Then they will lure them Slowly, slowly, you enter into their skin and they'll start vomiting everything out. What is going on in the house? What is my mommy doing? What does she do with this new man in the house? She actually does not like me anymore. She actually does not have time for me anymore. She shouts at me at every given time, and this one, and that one, and then at the end of the day, you as a mother, I have cases where I have seen a, um, a woman that her child actually went to school and gave reports about her because the mother used to tell her, do not go and play with these other children, this and that and that and that and that. But these other children that the mother abstained this child from playing with, they were the people that she loved so much. She loved them so much. So she actually went back to school and she told her teachers that her mother had warned her not to be speaking or playing with the other children. And that thing is disturbing her too much. So she does not know how to do and she does not have other friends. So what is she going to do? She was troubled every other day. When she goes home, the mother will shout, did I see you with those children? Did you be with them? Did you do this? Did you do that? No, Mama, I did not. But she'll be crying. She's sad. So she goes back to school every day and this and that. Now the school invited the mother, come. Why don't you allow your child to play with other kids? Why do you tell her don't play with this and don't play with that one? And no, I did not do anything because they did not want to tell her that it is a child that came to school and told them. Okay? They did not want to tell her. Most of the times, these pedagogic people, they know that how they are doing their thing. They don't bring everything out to tell you that, madam, your child actually came to school and came and told us that you told her not to play with this and that and that. They will not say it. So at the end of the day, what happened? They collected this lady's child and went away with her. And their problem started. And these people that are wicked, and this government, they are like this, and they are like that. They always collect Africa. Not only Africans should collect. No. It is because sometimes we as parents, we as single mothers, we don't want to accept our own mistakes. You don't want to look at those things that you're not doing right to say, let me correct them. You don't listen to your children to hear them talk. Because you are falling in love, the world is all roses with you. Even without your kids, you are happy. You don't look into your children's faces to see whether they are happy or not. You're just doing your own thing. You're just into your own world of butterflies, enjoying with a new man in your life, not caring whether your kids are happy. You actually force the kids to love the man, whether they like it or not. He is your new father. Whether you like it or not, he will be here. He will stay here too long, like you expect. It is not right. The children have to love the man first before you even bring him home. If the kids do not love the man, don't even try that. Unless you are the type that does not respect your children or you are forcing things on them because they don't mean anything to you. If they mean something to you, whatever they say is what you will do. So, please, like I said from the beginning, give us a subscription on this channel so that you will get notifications anytime we upload a new video. Today is my first time of doing a live video on on YouTube. Okay, I've been doing short videos and uploading. So today I just said, let me try and see how it is. It will save me the stress of doing a video first and then uploading it. So I just said, let me come try it. I see it's not really clear, but at least you can recognize me, those that know me. You can also check some of our videos on Facebook. Tell Tessie's Inspirational Corner is what we are everywhere. Okay. And yeah, we have more videos on Facebook, like on Instagram, because I have actually been like 5 years doing this video thing, encouraging, empowering people around the world and, just giving my best to humanity. So just please subscribe and please, I'll continue on this series of challenges of single motherhood. Other topics might be coming in between, but we'll stay on it because it is actually a topic that touches me so much. It's really something. Our children are our tomorrow. Without them, we don't have any other thing. We are working for them and we live for them. We breathe them. They are actually the thing that's supposed to be first in your life. Whatever thing you are doing, you're doing for your kids. Every woman, whether you have children now or you're going to have them tomorrow, they should be your priority. They should be the first thing that is important in your life. What you wake up in the morning first to see is what is important to you. Any second man or third man or fifth man that comes into your life is not important. They might come and they might also go, but your children is what you have left. Okay, and please, I know that it is difficult. Like I always say, it is so hard to play the role of a mother and a father, but you have to. You must. In life, it is that whatever you cannot change, you accept it and live with it. And then you find peace of mind. Because if you go stressing up, your father left me, your father did this, your father did that, at the end of the day, you transfer this hate to the children. So just accept these kids. Whatever happened has happened. Those kids were not the fault that made you people separate. You would have stayed together even because of those children. Okay? But whatever happened, whether it was domestic violence, whether it was cheating, whether it was a monetary problems or whatever thing that would have been, sometimes we say because of the children, we swallow some situations and go ahead with them. But when it comes to a stage where a man begins to batter you, run for your life. Okay? Every other thing we can fix. But beating, assault, that one is not to talk about. So thank you, those that are watching now and those that are going to watch. We love you so much. I will be coming with other videos maybe next week. Like I've discovered this life. It is actually interesting. Okay, it's very, very interesting. I love it. The camera is not clear. I'll still do some settings here and there so that I get clear images, and then we'll be seeing us some other time. I love you all. This is Tell Tessie's Inspirational Corner channel on YouTube. Do not go without giving us a subscription. I love you. Bye bye. And have a blessed day. Ciao.